before a short stint with the NHL's Winnipeg Jets. He had the WHL's best winning percentage during that time, so it's going to be very competitive. And then the third, he's not new to the WHL or new to the team, but the Winterhawks have made some changes. So down in Portland, Oregon, Mike Johnston is renewing his 4-year contract to be GM and president of the team. He wants to focus more on the development of the players. So with that, they really want to take the next step after kind of getting swept in the WHL championship this last season. And with that, Kyle Gustafson will take the reins as head coach. He has been with the team for 20 of the last 21 seasons, only recently having a leave of absence to be on the Vancouver Canucks coaching staff. This includes under another former head Winterhawks assistant coach, Travis Green, who has also made a move of his own. And that includes to the NHL's Ottawa Senators. So with that, we've just seen a lot of head coaching changes in the NHL, in the WHL, and just kind of the development in that angle. And I think it also goes to show how in the WHL, it's really a developmental league, not just for the players, but for the coaches. I mean, Mike Johnston is coach for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He came back. Jamie Compon filled in. He just won the Stanley Cup with the Florida Panthers. So we've seen a lot of development with coaches. I think it's a great league for that, as well as the players. But I think this might be a really good opportunity for Mike Johnston to focus on the development and not have to be the president, the GM, and the head coach. And Travis Green, obviously an exemplary example of what can be done. He helped coach the Winterhawks in the Memorial Cup when Mike Johnston was suspended due to some sanctions that the Winterhawks received for providing players' families with plane tickets and extra training sessions and cell phones and stuff like that. But so it just goes to show that like players like him or coaches like Green are able to develop well, and he coached in the AHL, and now he's in a second stint in the NHL. And so you can only think that this might propel Gustafson back to the NHL, where he was under Green with the Canucks in 2020 to 2020 to 2021. We'll see what happens, but I think this is also a refreshing change that the Winterhawks have much needed because they've always been a really good team that can like reach the conference finals or reach the WHL Championship Series, but they've never been able to really get off the ground and get past that. They've had 5 WHL finals appearances, and the only one that they won was actually under Travis Green because Mike was suspended with the sanctions. And so I think maybe that fresh voice, but yet familiar voice will help. I'm sure the place that won't change too much, but I think it will really help them and maybe cause a spark for the team. Obviously, they've had a bit of roster turnover over the last few weeks, month-ish or so. After the season ended, Marcus Newen to the Brandon Wheat Kings, and but they also have a lot of youth and they still have a lot of veteran leadership. They're really heavy on the 20-year-old talent, so you got to think a lot of those younger guys are they're going to be a full year older in the fall, and they'll be able to step up as the leaders there. So I think there's a very exciting future for that franchise as well as in the division. Really, I mean, I think you look at Everett, they're building up. They're yet to announce their head coach in that whole situation. So I mean, we're going to have 4 new head coaches in one division this next season, along with Landon Dupont with Everett as well. He's not signed, basically waiting on the head coach signing and stuff. So, and I think he's waiting on some other deal too. But I think it just goes to show you that this is also a league of development. Everett's last coach went to the collegiate level, actually. Bowling Green coached the Falcons at the NCAA Division One level. So I think it just goes to show that it propels coaches to not just the NHL, but to college level and to roles that are very well respected. And I think this is a very exciting time to be a WHL fan because we're going to see a lot of excitement with 4 teams: the Spokane Chiefs, the Portland Winterhawks, Everett Silvertips, Wenatchee Wild, and then today on Wednesday there was a trade between the Prince Albert Raiders and the Tri-City Americans. I saw one of the American stars, Lucas Dragicevic. He was been traded to the Prince Albert Raiders in a multiplayer deal that also included a draft pick. So I think we're going to continue to see trades over the offseason. We're going to continue to see coaching announcements probably, but very busy few weeks in the WHL, and I'm sure we'll continue to see more like I just said. But until then,